In this video, I will share how to identify a supplier who would not waste your time. I am Rahul Agarwal, Managing Director at Prestige Forgings and Engineering Private Limited. Imagine this, your RFQ gets a clear response in 24 hours. Samples arrive on the date promised. Documents are clear and you do not get midnight calls about surprises. Your launch is on time, your team trusts the plan, and you sleep well on a Sunday. Let's make that your normal. If you lead sourcing for automotive, agri equipment, or precision machining, you live with pressure every day. Cost down, zero line stocks, tough PPAP timelines. You are judged on speed and reliability, but you are doing it across borders and time zones. One weak supplier can eat your calendar for months. The good news, there are clear signals. You can read it in the first 10 days that tell you who will save your time and who will waste it. Most delays do not happen in production. They start in the first week with small gaps and no one calls it out. For example, you send a drawing for a forged and machined part. The supplier replies, okay, without a single question on tolerances, or heat treatment or gauges. That silence is a risk. They promise sample in 3 weeks, but dies are not even kicked off. Heat treatment is outsourced with no control plan. You only find out when samples slip. The shop looks big, but the system is weak. No control plan at the machine. No die life logs. Operator checks are on paper but not followed. Communication is reactive. You get updates only after you follow. In forging and machining, repeatability is everything. If a supplier cannot explain how they will keep hardness, grain flow and dimensions steady from lot to lot, you will be doing firefighting later. The emotion behind this is simple. You want predictability and not heroics. The truth is that many ignore the best predictor of supplier performance is not the lowest price or the biggest plant. It is the speed to clarity. Watch the first 3 interactions. Do they come back fast with smart questions? Do they map the full process like from steel purchase to packaging and call out the risks involved? Do they propose a realistic plan with checks and gauges and not just dates? Another truth, a perfect first sample means very little the supplier had to babysit on it. What matters is the method, the control plan, the time maintenance routine, the heat treatment records, the measurement system. A supplier who is transparent about their past mistakes and how they fix them is safer than the one who claims no issues. Use these 10 signals in 10 days checklist. It is simple, fast and cuts noise. Say day 0 to 1, capability clarity. Ask for a one-page process flow from raw material to dispatch. What is done in-house versus outsourced. Name the heat treater if any. Share similar parts made before. Ask for 2 photographs and key specifications. Day 2 to 3. Drawing study. Do they send a list of technical questions? Critical features identified. Gauge plan proposed. Material and heat treatment standards confirmed. Day 4 and 5. Proof of discipline. Request a sample control plan and a past 8D or corrective action they have done. Ask for furnace chart samples, calibration list and die life tracking format. Do they show a realistic PPAP or documentation plan? Day 6 and 7. Communication rhythm. Agree a weekly call slot and minutes of meeting format. Confirm single point of contact and escalation path. See if updates come proactively without chasing. Day 8 and 9. Remote floor walk. Live video of press, die shop, furnaces, inspection benches. Are work instruction visible at the machine? Are gauges labeled and calibrated? Are parts traceable by heat or lot? Day 10. Commercial sanity. Timelines with buffers for die, sample, PPAP and ramp up. Logistic plan and info terms. Risk deregister with what if for die damage or power cuts. Cost breakdown at a high level to see drivers not to hammer price. Red flags. Vague, we will manage. Unwillingness to share documents or processes. Overpromising sample dates without tool readiness. Score suppliers on habits and not hype. Even a smaller shop with strong habits will save you months. A US agriculture OEM sent an RFQ for post-clear plan. The cheapest supplier promised samples in 3 weeks. It looked nice on paper, but when the buyer used this 10-day checklist, 3 things came out. Heat treatment was outsourced with no controls. Die lead time was unrealistic and there was no gauge plan for runout. Another supplier, slightly higher price, asked smart questions on train flow, proposed a poke-yoke for misloads and shared fast AD reports. They set a 5-week sample with a solid PPAP plan. The buyer chose the second one, launch met timeline, and the team avoided an 8-week delay that the first supplier would likely have caused. The big idea: pick suppliers by speed to clarity, transparency in method, and steady communication, not by price or promises alone. The first 10 days tell you the next 10 months. If they ask good questions, show their system, and set a realistic plan, and you will get predictability. If they go silent or say, don't worry, your calendar will pay the price. Ask yourself, in your last 3 RFQs, what did the first week tell you that you ignored? I would love to hear from you. What is one early signal you now look for when you talk to a new supplier in India? Share it. Your lesson may save someone else a lot. See you in my